I need to do some splatters. I didn't do gold splatters in my last one, and I'm having withdrawal symptoms.
Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know.
Hello, it's Leigh here. Thanks for spending some time with me again. So welcome back to my channel, or a big welcome to anyone who hasn't been here before. Hope you enjoy yourself while you watch me create our collage for June. The 2022 collage challenge is what I'm doing. So this is being co-hosted by myself and Julie, which is her lovely face here, from Art and Junk Journals with Julie. So once a month we do a collage. There's some prompts which will be in the description box. You can join in on YouTube, Instagram or Facebook. You just need to use the relevant hashtag on your video. The prompts for June, as decided by a roll of the dice by Julie. The style is retro. The theme is autumn. The colour is purple. The paper is ledger, receipt, invoice, form or brochure. And the image or focal point is a place, building, architecture, door or window. The marks for mark making are splashes, random paint, marks or gesso. The shapes are asterisks or stars. And the swap or bonus is handwriting, letter or postcard. It's up to you how you interpret these prompts. So when you do this, you do you. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do. So I thought for retro, I dug around and I found a few things. Where are we? Where's my page? Here it is. I found this image in a magazine of an old television set. So that's my retro, and there's my windows. So that's my focal point and my theme covered already. For autumn, I've got a couple of things here. It's got autumn leaves on it, so I like that. But then I've also got this printable from PM Artist Studio, and I thought that was quite autumny. Even though it's a boho set, I think the colours, leaves and the colours lend themselves to autumn. This is something that Julie sent to me in her happy mail. And it was a blank piece of ledger paper, very old, and when I held it up to the light I actually noticed that there was a trademark, like a watermark in the middle of it. There's a photo somewhere up here, I think, of what it looks like. So I taped this to the window and I traced over the actual watermark just to make it a little bit more of a feature. So that'll be going in somewhere. What else? Purple. Purple. Got this cloth also sent to me by Julie, so thanks for this, Julie. So that can be my purple. I've got a heap of purple paint there. I've also got this playing card, funnily enough, sent to me by Julie. I'm making a point of using some of the stuff that she sent me in the Happy Mail package, so really making an effort to get it into some of the videos. Otherwise it's just going to sit there, and I know that's not why she sent it. She sent it for me to use. So I thought this was autumny and retro looking. So playing card. Marks and splashes. Well, I've got paint, I've got gesso, got a brayer, got a paintbrush, you name it. And the shapes, which are asterisks or stars, which I think I might swap out for some handwritings. Okay, I'm going to have a think about my composition. So I've had a bit of a play around, cut things and tore things. What I'm going to do with this room is I've cut the other side off there. I've got this other window, and what I'm going to do is cut out the glass and put that in behind it and then hinge that window there. And I'm going to use this as like a little window ornament. So when you open that window up, you see that through this window. So I've got to cut that out first. With the card, I sort of started pulling it to pieces into little bits to use, and then I thought, oh, it's got that circle in the middle of it, I should cut out the circle and put it around the clock. So that's what I'm going to do with that. This paper, this ledger paper, well, on here, this is how brittle it is, like it just breaks, It's so delicate. It says 1845. I'm starting to think that's the year it was made. I've had a few catastrophes with trying to handle that because it kept breaking. So I've got that, and I've got some pieces of the card and a bit of the leaves, and I'm going to construct something off the side of this. The first thing I need to do is to cut out that window. Excuse my mat. It's a well-used mat. Well-used but not very well cared for. So it's covered in paint and all sorts of things. So I find the easiest way when I'm cutting something like this is to do all the strokes in the same direction at once, and then turn. Did I cut that? Yep, I did. Turn the paper around and then go back the other way. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you got some good weather where you are. Everyone's well and happy. And I also hope that you will consider joining in with this. As I said, it's an open collaboration. You can do it however you like. You can add whatever you like into your collage to complete it as well. You're not restricted to only the things that are on the list. So just interpret the prompts the way you like to interpret them and do your own thing. Okay, so that's my window cut out. And where's my piece? Here it is. So that's going to be on, that's the view out the window. So I'm just to glue that down. Just going to put a little bead of glue around the outside of the window. I'm only going to hinge the other window on top with washi tape, I think. I think that will do. So lift that up and you see that. Okay, so I need to trim this off a little bit because it's a bit long. This is very, oh, those scissors won't cut anything. Oh, this is so fine, whatever this fabric is. It's like a silk. It's lovely. Oh, it doesn't cut. Didn't. Oh, I'll blame it on the fabric. It doesn't cut very straight. Nothing at all to do with the person using the scissors. So that's going to go there. So I'm going to glue that on. I should get that piece of white paper back down here so it's easy for you to see. I only took it away so I could use the cutting knife. I suppose something I can stick on is this. It's just a matter of deciding which way I want it to be. Wish I'd thought of that before I tore the other bits off. I could always stick a bit back in though, couldn't I? Because there it is. Okay, just gonna tear a bit out of that because this is going in the collage, the little montage, so it won't matter. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. Put this bit on first. So I'm sort of working a little bit back to front to what I normally would do. I usually start with my background and then put my things on it. But this one, there's a few different things, little elements that needed to be made beforehand or constructed and then put in a bit later. So that's alright. Okay, so those things can just pop over to the side for a bit. Here's my book. I was thinking of putting a piece of gel print on that. This is the backing paper off, napkins. I'm only going to do one page today, I think. So I just playing around with this yesterday. I could put that on. I have another piece here. I'm always trying new ideas out, and I'd seen somebody writing with a a acrylic pen on their gel plate, and then they used gel medium to pull it off onto an existing print. So I could put that like that. I think I need to get rid of that top bit. I'm probably going to regret doing that. So if I go there like that, then my little window, opening window, will go there. And then this bit of collage is going to sit next to it. I'll move that there. I don't know. Come on, brain, work. Something like that. I did want to have a piece of this sticking out somewhere. Perhaps there. And put that there. I hate it because you touch one thing and it makes everything else move. So I think the best thing to do would be to glue down this. Probably going to see through that. I wonder if I should gesso that first. Maybe I should just give it a quick coat of gesso. Can always dry it off. I don't mind the writing showing through, but I don't want a picture of the guy with a big hunk of cheese being there. And that black will be distracting. If you find value in my videos, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost anything. And if you turn on the notifications, then you'll know when I put up a new video. But I do put them up 2 or 3 times a week. Can't wait to see what everybody else is doing. I know Julie's will be stunning. They always are. And so meticulous in what she does, and her attention to detail is incredible. She's got a lot more patience than I have. I'm not really worried about that gesso being wet still. That's fine. You can actually use gesso as a glue if you want to. I don't know how long it would hold for, but it does work. Looking forward to tea tonight. It's footy night tonight. So we're having random finger foods, really. We don't really buy takeaways. They're just too expensive for one thing. Although we did try the Japanese restaurant just up the road a couple of weeks ago, and that was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Okay, I like the wrinkles. I like the look of that. I need to turn the light on. The sun's going down. Okay, my desk was tidy before I started this little exercise. Now it's just like a garbage dump again. Okay, so we need to get some purple in here. I've got all these colours here. I love this. Australian red violet. I think I'll put some of this around various places. Mainly around the edges. Oh, it's very deep. Put a little bit of gesso in that. A lot of pigment in that paint. Don't think I'll use any more of that colour. It's a bit overpowering. But I will use some of this. My favourite. See the diamonds along the edge here? That was the texture in the tissue. The backing piece of the napkin is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just wanting to get the edge of this covered up, highlighted with some purple. And I'll probably be adding a little bit more in later on. Okay, so we'll leave that alone for the moment and get the collage itself down. So this is my architectural element. So my wall with the window in it. So I'm going to put some gesso on that. I think I'll roll it with the brayer because I like the way that looks. Gesso on this paper and load it onto the brayer from there. Might be a bit too much on it, I think. See if I can take some off. That's better. It's just a fun little element I thought I'd add in there. It doesn't do anything, it's just a little bit of play. I shall use this washi tape because it's similar to that. I'm not sure about that now. But I can't see the point of having two windows. Let's just tear that off. Stick it on here. Because you can change your mind about something, that's fine. It's not a problem. It's better to change your mind about something than to have something that you don't like, which you're not 100% happy with. There we go. Okay, now I've got to work out where to get this stuff on. What I should do, or what I can do I should say, is put a little bit of this tape just along the top of the window, like that. I think I need to make that smaller. Pretty sure it's too big. I'll just break a piece off. Now I do want to put some ink around that. I think I'll use the rusty hinge because it goes with the autumn colour scheme. Hopefully I can ink this without destroying any more of it. If you saw my last Marguerite Miller video, and I used a butterfly stencil in that video, and when I was packing my things away I couldn't find the stencil anywhere. I turned my room upside down, looked in the bin, looked everywhere. I thought it might have been stuck to another part of the other side of the collage page, or couldn't find it anywhere. That was yesterday I filmed that one. Anyway, it was really bugging me because it was my favourite one. It's a butterfly and it's just the right size. It's out of the set of butterflies, it's the one that I use the most. And today I was still looking for it. I thought, well, I'm going to end up having to buy another set because I can't live without that butterfly. And anyway, I just had a thought to myself about the stuff that had been on my desk because I was sort of retracking what I'd been doing and all that sort of thing. And I remembered that I'd had my box of pencils down on the desk. And so I just picked it up to have a look because sometimes the stencils get stuck on things, yeah. And that's where it was, stuck to the bottom of the pencil box. So I was super happy that I had found it. And now my pencil box has got a little butterfly stenciled to the bottom of it because there was, well, I was using gesso, so there was some gesso on it. And that's not going to stick with that. It needs to be something a bit more substantial. So I'm going to pop that there. Going to put this handwriting in that can go with that glue. So I don't want even things, you know, I don't want corners matching up or anything like that. So actually, I'll see if I can get that up. I want to put that underneath. I'm going to be careful I don't tear that. Okay. Mission accomplished. So my leaves can go there. So that's going to go there, and that will go that way, I think, because that one goes up that way. So just move it away from the other piece. Maybe pop it like that. Okay. Hope there's not too much traffic noise. It's 4:10 in the afternoon, so it's Friday. School. Oh, see how brittle that is? That just broke off. I was pushing the glue down. We've got a school bus due along before much longer. Oh, that broke where I drew the circle. I don't like the way that's gone all white, which is the gesso, I know. So I'm just going to try and take some of that away. Oh, something else I bought out was this autumny looking washi tape. Maybe a patch of that. Nice and wrinkly. Alright, so more purple paint, I think. That's what's needed. Actually, I'm supposed to be putting some paint marks on here. Random paint marks. Okay, so which purple? Peaky purple or the purple purple? I'll just try a bit on the papers over here. See which one I like the best. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. You can probably hear those sirens. Just trying to work out which one looks better with orange. I actually think the bluer one, so we'll go with that. This is a daily occurrence. We have an ambulance station probably about 1 kilometre from where I live, and I'm probably about 2 kilometres from the motorway that comes off the Bruce Highway, which is the main highway heading from Brisbane to Cairns. And yeah, so every afternoon you have all the sirens because there's always an accident of some sort. I'm just going to paint around. Ooh, it's a wonky old. It looks like a window frame in one of those renovation rescue houses. I think I know why I don't like that gesso. It's chalky. I know it's meant to be, but I think white acrylic would have been better. Now I had a stencil here. There it is. So I'm just going to put some orange speckly things down here. That looks nice. Where else can I put some? I'll just go here with it. Just a little bit. Perhaps up in this top corner as well. So retro means pretty much anything that's old-fashioned, according to Mr. Google. Okay, do I want to put more white on it, or what do I want to do here? It's looking a bit messy, I reckon. I'm not sure if I like it. Just going to put some more of this purple on. Looks like it's been stitched along the side. Okay, and I'm just going to use this very carefully to go around the edge of my television. It's probably a mile too big to be using for this sort of thing, but you know, give it a crack, see how we go. Rabbit ears antenna. You can still buy them. I love purple and orange together. Purple and orange and green and orange. Purple and green. Aqua and orange look really nice together too. I need to do some splatters. I didn't do gold splatters in my last one and I'm having withdrawal symptoms. White ink. Splatter. Oh yeah, see, it's just going to soak into that tissue, which is annoying. Everything annoys me lately. It's not menopause. That's been and gone a long time ago. When put it along here, it's just going to soak straight in. Yeah, non-existent by the time you get to the other side. I probably could have coated that in something. What can I do to drag it back? I'm just going to put some white paint in some places, I think. So I've got some white acrylic paint. Don't know what it is about it that I don't like. I think there's too much orange, perhaps. This isn't the right brush for doing stenciling with. Yeah. Meh. Put some up here. Fill in the corners. Might make me feel better. Here's some random marks. Okay, there'll be a link in my video description box that'll take you straight to Julie's channel so you can have a look at her collage. And we also have the playlist, which is hashtag 2022 Collage Challenge JUN for June. And both of us have got a playlist on our channels as well. I'll just paint around that so it's not as obvious that I had to repair it. It's been to the clock repairer. Yeah, I'm somewhat bothered by this bit here. I don't it's too fussy. So I'll show you what I mean. If I was to cover that up with, just pop a piece of that, can you see the difference it makes? Because this is getting lost in that because it's competing against it. So I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to paint that white. Got some titanium white, and I'm using the golden one because I know it really covers well. That paintbrush is no good because I left it sitting on the desk with glue in it. So kiss that one goodbye. Ciao, baby. Oh, this paint. It's a bit stiff. Now, what will happen? Wow, that's really hard, that paint. I haven't used it for a while, but the lid's been on. I don't know why it's gone so yucky. Just see, even with just that little bit done, you can see how this now stands out more. I just got a little bit over enthusiastic with my tissue paper, I think. Well, this can be part of my random paint marks. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, I need to use this up before it's completely ruined. So I might run that up there. Just like so. It's really sticky, the paint. I think it's probably gone off because the lid's been on really well. But it's like a paste. You know the old saying, you should use what you love. See, when I bought this paint, I loved it so much that I didn't want to use it because if I used it, I wouldn't have it. And now, because of that, I've got half a jar of paint that's pretty much unusable. Mixing it with medium would fix the problem. It's almost like a modelling paste. I think I'm actually liking the way this is going. It's reminding me a bit of an old wall. It certainly has lifted the elements up off the page. I don't like that line there though. Gotta get rid of that. Get rid of it. It still has a nice autumny look about it, but that orange isn't so overpowering now. Just knock back the purple a touch and ease into that white. Oh, there we go. Isn't that funny? The ink is coming through. Where I put the oxide down there, I stenciled it. It's showing through. So I did that in a couple of places. So probably can expect a little bit more of that to pop through. Get rid of that piece of washing tape. Decided I don't want that there. And I don't like this piece here. So that can go as well. It looks a bit funny where that ends, so get the old black. I think it's just about out of paint, this one. I should leave that before I ruin it completely. Does that need to go down there? I don't think it does actually. How about we do this part? I do like a scribbly border. Right, so I'll call that done now. I think you can see by the comparison which one looks better to me anyway. One's way too busy. The other one's still a little bit busy, but not as much. Don't forget to check out the playlist. Have a look in the video description box for all the details of how to join in the open collaboration. Got the Doodle Challenge coming up in a fortnight's time from then. And I'm also doing the Full Deck Challenge with Shanuki Art. So look out for those videos. And I'll say hooroo from Australia. Bye for now.